Okay, I didn't think I would ever say this, but Only Friends Dermont episode 8 is out, and I am afraid of how calm it was. Honestly, I know the episode was called Intermission. Walking into it, I knew we were going to get some cute moments, but it was too calm for all the shit that was lightly laid out last episode. You know what I mean? So let's give a spoiler-free 1 minute. Ready? I think this episode in particular was really great at angles. I think that we learned a lot of in-depth about all of the relationships. I really liked the foreshadowing of Fluke's character Pete as well, who I think is the cutest thing since sliced bread. And if I'm going to take any of this, I am going to say that this episode was great for that relaxation before the tension, right? We're hitting that dip before the climax, which, sure, babe, thank you for the play. But instead of getting, I have been changed for good, we are getting, I have been changed for 2 minutes, babe. I know all of these fuckers are going back to exactly what they were like. So, ready? We're going to talk about each couple. Jack and Dean were obviously cutie little patooties. After becoming an established relationship in the last episode, I expected some lightness, but this was like so cute. The moment of going back to the dad was kind of unexpected for me. Should I know that actor, by the way? Because I don't. The father actor, he looked really cool, but I thought that the delivery scene was really cute. I thought, although how chaotic the moment of giving the flowers to the wrong woman and proposing to the wrong woman and then having that little fight was like kind of my worst nightmare, I loved it for them. I thought it was great. I also loved the will you marry me scene. But like, you know how easy it would be to be like, hey babe, I just wanted to let you know, before you asked me out the night that we were having the party, I got drugged, because you did get drugged, by the way. I got drugged, and I'm pretty sure that Arnold and I got kind of close, but I recognized beforehand that it wasn't you, and I stopped. But I just want to make sure I lay that out, just in case something happens or someone wants to talk to you about it. That's a reasonable discussion that anyone should be able to have with your partner. Maybe we fix our shit. Just a thought. Just a little opinion, just a little word of the wise, but sure, we'll live in bliss. On the other hand, Arnold and Tua, I wish I could say that I loved the actual, like, everything in this episode, because I've loved Arnold and Tua throughout this entire series. But for some reason, this episode really gave me vibes of, like, more calm before the storm rather than romantic bliss, which we've gotten from them the entire time. I thought that the dance scene was really cute, but I wish that we had seen their full bodies. Both of them are great dancers, and I would love to see more of them, but the teasing throughout it, the way that Arnold is teasing, especially during his fitting, I thought was absolutely adorable. Boston just, like, out of the picture somehow, which is interesting to me, because, like, I would assume we would want him in at some point, but, like, sure, babe, we can act like he's gone. We can act like he wouldn't be here for pictures during the end of the series when you wanted him to be the behind-the-scenes photographer. Sure. But minus that, I thought the two of them were really, really cute. I thought the way that they interacted was really cute. I was never a Joss Godwin fan before this series, to be honest with you. I thought they were cool, but, like, I was just never really interested. I have become interested, but I think they're doing a great job. Like, love this for them. Also, just to recap the way that they were acting, I really enjoyed the way that they had their close scenes, although you could tell that they were definitely, like, very blocked and staged. Felt very cute in nature, and I liked the way that they both their ears turned red. It just felt very natural. As a little side note, then we get into Roman and Ravi. Norman and Rafi were the light version of what I expected from this episode, and so I felt a little bit better about the fact that they were having that tension. The dichotomy of the Pink Pony Club for them being both the place in which their relationship starts and stops every single time they have conflict is really interesting. I don't know if you guys have noticed that. Obviously, that's, like, where Pete goes for his birthday with all of his friends, and, like, they see Rome there. That is where that first scene of Rome DJing and Rafi, like, spilling his drink on his gear happens. And then the end. It's not the fucking end, let's be real with ourselves. The end of their relationship ends. I really like the way that Ao is doing Rome. I really like his acting. I think it's very natural. I wish we saw a little bit more chaos, a little bit more crazy from Raffi. I think we saw it really well in the first couple of episodes, and Boom is a great actor to show off that skill. It felt a little bit missing in this, which made me kind of bummed. But, you know, overall, I think it was great. And then just to talk about some extra things that I've noticed, we get to talk about my favorite two people, Force and Book. I understand, okay? I agree with most people. I like to see Force and Book as two childhood best friends. Maybe they fucked, maybe they haven't. I'm not the one to answer to that. But Enchantée was one of the first series that I ever watched live, and it hits me in the feels when I see Force and Book, like in anything. And so seeing them again, even for that short moment, was so cute. Also thinking about the way that I see Top and the way that Top has changed, not only to be so cutesy with his partner, which we talked about a couple of episodes back when they were in that like short TikTok moment, but the like and also you know, like wanting to actively check in on friends and like understanding the emotional repercussions of like seeing others. Like, good on you, babe. That's good writing. I don't even know if they were in the book or anything. I guess they were, but I absolutely love it. I love seeing them in anything. So like, give me more Force Book now. Thank you so much. Also, Pete, Fluke's character, that one little moment that he got in this episode of the quick turn and look as Roman and Raffi were walking away together to argue, but he didn't know that. Diabolical. That man should be given back his tax return amount. More than that, like 100,000 baht, right? So like $4,000 almost. Babe, that's more than a tax return. Get your shit in. If you haven't paid your taxes in the US, this is a reminder that you should be paying your taxes. But like overall, if we're talking about the numbers, number 8 is usually that dip before the high, right? I'm not expecting craziness out of this episode. I just expected a little bit more drama, and a little bit more pizzazz. And I felt like I was kind of missing that, which sucks because I thought it was a really cute romantic episode. And I wish that we had leveled that up a little bit more. Like just one really hot kiss. Am I expecting too much out of the show now? Maybe. But what did you think? I would love to hear your thoughts. And I'll talk to you guys soon.